$1 Million sound of the University of Alabama Marching Band. Now across the way, entering in their traditional V formation, coming up, the sweethearts of the nation's gridirons. The Kilgore Rangerettes, accompanied by the outstanding Kilgore College Ranger Band. This is the 24th consecutive Cotton Bowl appearance of the Rangerettes, who have traveled over 1 million miles to appear at football events, stage presentations, conventions, and presidential inaugurals. The Rangerettes, under the direction of Miss Gussie Nell Davis. 65 girls in line with 5 officers. Performing to the music of My Kind of Town, the Rangerettes exhibit their trademark, the high kick. Kilgore Rangerettes making their second appearance on CBS television today. You probably saw them earlier in the Cotton Bowl parade. The assistant directors, Miss Dina Bolton, the choreographer, Mr. Denard Hayden, and the Ranger Band director, Mr. Wallace Reed. And now, with the Flair Broadway, the Rangerettes perform to music from Applause. world famous Kilgore Rangerettes. And coming up now, the University of Texas, presenting the Longhorn Band under the direction of Dr. Vincent Ardanino. The assistant director is James Hale. Steve Brody is the drum major. The featured twirlers are Debbie Porter and Biba Kirkham. So, ladies and gentlemen, across the way for your entertainment on this New Year's Day, 1972 at the Cotton Bowl, where, by the way, we're at halftime with the score reading Alabama 13 and Texas 3. Coming up now, the 1973 show band of the great Southwest. Texas Longhorn Band winding up its portion of halftime 1973 at the Cotton Bowl. Now we're getting set for the finale of this Cotton Bowl show. The long-standing tradition of this game, the Cotton Bowl Classic, is the presentation of the Southwest Conference Sportsmanship Award. It's an award that's presented to the school in the conference which has exhibited the finest type of sportsmanship during the year. The selection is actually made by student representatives from each of the conference schools. And now ready to make the presentation is George Tenary, who is from Arkansas, the executive secretary of the Student Sportsmanship Committee. And he will assist the Cotton Bowl Queen, who is Miss Adina Pierce. And the award is presented this year to the University of Arkansas. And now to visual and musical salute. The bands play one of our country's earliest patriotic songs, Hail Columbia. Dr. Vincent Donino, director of the Longhorn Band, conducts. Great halftime here at the Cotton Bowl, and we'll have the second half kickoff of today's Cotton Bowl game in just a moment.
That is the whole there. And as the balloons take the greeting aloft, from all of us here at the Cotton Bowl, once again, a Happy New Year.
Wonder if the balloons are going to make it. Right now they're hanging limbo at about 75 feet.
And the Lone Star flag is on the field, on the artificial turf of the Cotton Bowl. And in just a moment, the Crimson Tide of Alabama will be coming back onto this field. It was one tremendous halftime show, Tom Brookshire.
That was a great show. By the way, we have a word from a lady down in Winnie, Texas, who said Glenn Gaspard, the very fine linebacker for the Longhorns, is from Winnie, not East Winnie. The bottom, it says you winnie some, you lose some. Anyway, he's a great linebacker, and he should have been first-team All-American. You spent any time down in Winnie, Texas, have you, Lindsey?
No, I haven't. I've heard that you get through there in a hurry, though. And here come the Texas Longhorns back onto the field. I tell you, though, Tom, I've spent some time with these two coaches. Darrell Royal has been at Texas 16 years, and the first time he took him to a bowl game was the Sugar Bowl back in 1959. 57, I guess it was after the season of 57. Bear Bryant has been at Alabama now 14 years, and the first time he took the Tide to a bowl game was in 1959, the Liberty Bowl. I did them both.
Well, that dates you a little bit, but you're in good company, right?
You're right.
By the way, Bevo, the bull down at the far end of the field, was trying to eat the artificial surface. So they've got to put Bevo through some kind of a training program. He's confused right now.
They got to get the word to him. That's all. That's Bevo right there.
Move.
He's color coordinated. It's green, and he went for it. You know, turning Bevo around's not the easiest thing in the world either if he doesn't want to turn.
They ought to put a number on his back.
Wonder what became of the first 8 Bevos. He's number 9.
I think I've eaten a couple from 5 and 6.
Now on the near side of the field, the Texas Longhorns. Keep in mind, they're trailing here by a score of 13-3, but they've scored more points in the fourth quarter this year than in any other period. We've seen Darrell Royal and Bear Bryant both doing things that are not characteristic of them out here this afternoon, loosening up their play. It's been said of both that they are sound, conservative football coaches, each of whom would look both ways before crossing a one-way street.
Lindsey, the Longhorns rushed for 156 yards in that first half. Actually, 131 yards, pardon me, as Bear Bryant talks to one of his assistants and tries to get it straight. Anyway, the Longhorns did rush for a heck of a lot more yardage than the Crimson Tide has given up. But right now, Texas is going to be on defense.
You saw Bear Bryant with Coach Jack Rutledge, and you're going to see now. Texas kicking off, and it's Mike Dean. LeBeau and Jackson to the deep men. It's over to Jackson's side of the field, and he is at the 6-yard line. Jackson to the 10, 15, 20. And the Crimson Tide gets the ball at the 25-yard line. Mike Rowan made the tackle. We had the pleasure of visiting with his father, Rip Rowan, last night, and Tom Rip looks like he could go about 3/4.
Well, the old Army running back still in super shape and awfully proud of a young man he says is rather limited, but has come on to be an excellent secondary man for the Longhorns.
He had another son married yesterday in Atlanta. He just got here in time. Ball is spotted at the 24. First and 10 now for the Crimson Tide. Terry Davis is the quarterback. Gives it to Bichelia. Bichelia, the fullback, and Fred Curran made the stop.
The handoff was to Bichelia.
All right, here we go now. The first play of the second half, Terry Davis. Now watch 73. That is John Hanna, an All-American 268-pound guard that has, or tackle that has trouble staying at that weight. He's going to be something in pro ball, too.
Second down and 5 yards to go. Davis now puts it up. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Dexter Wood. Covering was Tommy Keel, the sophomore from Austin, Texas. Starting January 28th, CBS will bring you a new concept in sports programming. CBS Sports Illustrated is a weekly 30-minute sports news show with in-depth features and stories and commentary. The program will give you a complete look at the week in the world of sports. Third down and 5 yards to go. Darrell Royal along the sideline. He was an All-American quarterback at Oklahoma during his college days. Took the pivot and then got the handoff into Wilbur Jackson from Ozark, Arkansas, and he was trying to get to the sticks. Randy Brabant made the stop.
A straight
Ozark,
pop play.
Alabama.
A straight pop play. Look at this pull now. That's Hanna trying to fill in the hole. My gosh, he does a great job, too, blocking on Glenn Gaspard, the big linebacker. Straight ahead stuff, though. Straight ahead.
They're going to bring out the sticks to see if he got to the sticks.
Terry Davis, by the way, threw 8 times in the first half and completed 6 for 86 yards.
First down. It's at the 34. Royal's getting it a lot of mileage. He always does along that sideline. He's been taking a lot of kidding about his passing attack. He always disdained the pass, but he defended it by saying, we don't make up the patterns in the huddle. First and 10 at the 34. It looked like there might have been a little motion in the backfield, but Davis keeps the ball. There are no flags, and he moves it up near the 40-yard line. Tommy Lee made the stop.
He got outside of Rutherford, the defensive end. I'm not sure that wasn't a broken play. Now, take a look at Terry Davis now and see if you see a little panic just early in the play. Oop, I think I'll just reverse the action here. Tell you, he's a good all-around athlete, though.
Second down, 5 yards to go with the ball at the 39. Alabama leading 13-3 here in the third quarter.
Texas playing the five-man front a lot now as Braban moves in to play almost a nose guard.
Joe LeBou from Memphis, Tennessee, and he got just about to the 40. That's Glenn Gaspard, number 38, Gaspard making the tackle.
From Winnie, Texas, not East Winnie, just Winnie.
It is going to be third down and 3 yards to go. Wood and Wheeler are the wide receivers now. He's got two split ends in there. Terry Davis. This gets to the 44, and Bruce Cannon makes the stop there. He's from San Antonio.
Davis wanted to throw that ball, but they had good coverage in that Longhorn secondary. He wanted the deep out to Dexter Wood. It's going to be short of the first down. I don't believe he got up to the line.
Going to measure it before they spotted at the inbounds marker, but it appeared to be a little short.
These two fellows bringing out the chains better stretch that thing as far as possible. A rather partisan crowd, even though a lot of people did come over from Alabama.
I'll say. Lacks that much. A lot of people came over from Alabama, and a lot of them stayed outside my room yelling, "Roll, Tide, roll." What's of the night? Fourth down coming now. Keep in mind that the punter now is Steve Wade. He has been today. Gant hasn't punted today. Jim Morris dropped back deep to receive the punt for Texas. Longhorns want that football. They trail by 10 points. You look from behind the punter. He's loosening up a little. They've got 8 of them over there on the line. Texas has for the rush. High and short. High and short. What kind of roll? Well, it's around the 40-yard line. Rolling along the 40 and down at the 41-yard line. Texas gets good field position. First and 10 at their 41. Bear Bryant, last time he brought a team here, he played against Texas A&M, and Beebe Stallings was the head coach. And when Texas A&M won, Bryant walked to the center field and put Beebs on his shoulder. Bryant said, "If I walk across there today, it won't be to hug anybody." Hines is in the ball game now. Roosevelt leaks. It's up there at the 43 of 4.
Can you imagine a team, though, rushing for 131 yards in the first half against Alabama? And by the way, the Longhorns had the ball in play 41 times, and the Tide had it in play 29. So of course, they lead 13-3.
Second and 7 now at the 44-yard line. We'll get to the big fella again. Roosevelt leaks. Fouled up after he gained about 2 by Dubose and Hines.
Funny, Darrell Royal last night was telling us that they don't want to tell Roosevelt Leaks how good he really is yet. He's only a sophomore, and I think they want to wait till about the middle of his junior year to tell him he's really an All-American in the first order. He's some kind of a player.
11 minutes, 5 seconds left in the third quarter. This is 3rd and 5. Penalty markers thrown as Lowry hit Jim Moore incomplete. Now check out the penalty marker. McMakin was covering.
It's going to be against Alabama for, I guess, defensive holding or knocking off one of the receivers. Let's see.
Offside.
Offsides. Jubilation.
It's 1st and 10. for the Texas Longhorns in Alabama territory at the 49. The Longhorn cheerleaders.
Let's take a look and see if Alabama, the defensive line, gets off the ball. They've drawn their tackles off to where they're not playing quite as tightly on the line of scrimmage.
Lowry still got it. And he turned and drove it to the 45 for 4. It's 2nd and 6. Chuck Strickland and Randy Hall made the stop. Word we have is that John Croyle sustained a knee injury in the first half. Leroy Cook is in the ballgame now, and he's a freshman from Abbeville, Alabama. 2nd and 6. Roosevelt leaks.
It's going to be short, but not by much.
Randy Hall stopped him.
Notice how low he runs, Lindsey. Roosevelt stays very low. In fact, Lowry almost has to hand the ball down. He comes out of that sprinter stance and stays there.
3rd down and about a yard to go. That's Lowry bringing him up.
Sizemore and Roche to the right side, offensively.
Well, he gave it to Leaks and then faked afterwards. It's a 1st down for the Longhorns.
Roosevelt Leaks now for the 1st down. Look at this inside handoff. He makes a little veer as Wyman, the center, gives him a real good block, and Roche and Sizemore had blown people right off the line of scrimmage.
It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Texas in Alabama territory. Spread them out a little bit now to the left side. But still do the same thing. Give it to Leaks. Leroy Cook makes the stop.
All right, let's take a look now at Roosevelt Leaks. Again, notice how low he stays. Gets the arm up so there can be a very deft handoff. On this particular play, by the way, Roach and Sizemore did a cross block, something I haven't seen Texas teams do very much.
Pat Kelly is the wide receiver to the left side. 2nd down, 6 yards to go at the 33. Again, Roosevelt Leaks. Randy Hall made the stop. It is at the 31. And Roosevelt, a little slow getting up here.
Let's see what caused the helmet to come off and what have you. Leaks has been hit hard just about from the opening bell here at the Cotton Bowl. Oh, he is really worked over that time. That Bama defense really piles it on, and that's the way it should be played.
You saw 50 Wayne Hall come across Randy Hall. Here it is 3rd and 4. It is a 1st down with the big fella carrying it again. Roosevelt Leaks. Bobby McKinney made the stop.
The continuing saga of Roosevelt Leaks, the sophomore. Boy, this time he gets great blocking by Roach and Sizemore again. In fact, you can see people standing up that didn't even realize he was already into the hole and moving forward. Darn, he's strong. He's got great second effort.
1st and 10 inside the 23-yard line. Alabama leads 13-3, but Texas is driving here in the 3rd quarter. This time Tom Landry. Landry gets to the 19. Wayne Hall stopped him. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, Landry is no relation to Tom Landry, the head football coach of the Dallas Cowboys, but both, of course, attended the University of Texas.
Lindsey to the left, the top of the screen now, you can see how much room Lowry has to operate in. Upper part of the screen.
Lowry keeps and pitches to Landry. Landry's cut down about the 18 by John Mitchell.
Boy, good defensive play. There was a tremendous area to cover there. I noticed the Alabama team moved on defense to that wide side. It looked like they stole about half a gap to make sure they could cut off what we just tried to see, Lowry tried to run.
Now, 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Longhorns. Kelly wide left. Roosevelt Leaks to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2 yards short, 4th and 2. Leroy Cook made the stop.
It's going to bring up a decision that these people are going to try to call from the stands. You can hear the action here at the Cotton Bowl.
Well, here comes the word brought in by Jim Moore from Darrell Royal. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and they're going to try to pick it up to keep this drive alive.
What do you think?
Is in there.
Over Sizemore and Roach?
I would think Sizemore and Roach with a fellow named Roosevelt Leaks. It is 4th and 2. Now the official moves in. The referee, Jim Artley of the Southeastern Conference. Lowry back to the huddle. The ball's marked ready for play. That was no charge timeout of any sort. Just the official holding him up a moment. 6:20 left in the third quarter. Moore is wide to the left side. Leaks going to Roach and Sizemore for the first down. Pretty good profits you are, Tom.
Roosevelt Leaks running right off Jerry Sizemore's fanny. Sizemore's going 265, 6'5", and man, they can blow you out of there. Look at Leaks, though. He's really trying to score. Almost loses his wrappings.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. This time Donald Ely after the fake. And he goes to the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Texas at the Alabama 5. Woodrow Lowe from Phoenix City, Alabama, made the tackle.
This is where Alabama has been able to stiffen and do the job. At least they did in the first half. Leaks, by the way, has 100 yards now on 18 carries, and he's been hit hard every yard of it.
Ely, Leaks, Landry, and the Wishbone for Alan Lowry, the quarterback. Goes left to Donald Ely, the senior from Austin. Randy Hall meets him. Inside the 5, Darrell Royal standing there with Pat Kelly. He's a junior from Lubbock who will get this next play, and he's getting it right there. There he goes. The ball is outside the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal to go. The Bear, hands on hips. He's been to a lot of football wars, that fella has. They both have. Lowry has it. Touchdown for Texas.
Well, here's what makes the play. A 100-yard rusher Leaks the sophomore, makes a tremendous fake. You can see Alabama in that goal line defense had to take it. That's Mitchell. Now here's the play. Here's the fake you just saw. And Lowry, boy, for a defensive back, he's a heck of a quarterback today, I'll tell you.
A conversion attempt, and it is booted up there and good by Billy Schott. And the score is Alabama 13, Texas 10, and we'll be back with Texas kickoff in just a moment.
Nice going, baby.
Right, good.
Good move to go away, though, you know what I mean? Really putting something on the same
This is Lindsey Nelson with Tom Brookshire and Frank Lever at the Cotton Bowl, and Mike Dean will kick off for Texas. Jackson and LeBou are the deep men for Alabama. LeBou chases back deep, and he is across the inline, touchback. It'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The CBS Sports Spectacular returns with a 90-minute Sunday afternoon series of top events starting January 28th. You'll see the United States national boxing team against the Russians and figure skating on the opening program. The U.S. versus Russia in basketball, a number of top track meets, gymnastics, all sorts of things every Sunday on CBS. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Tide. Their lead has been chopped to 3 points here in the third quarter. Harry Davis to Bishelia. He got 2. Stopped by Fred Curran.
Texas is now showing a 5-man front. Braban is moving in to at least make it look like a 5-man front and sort of tempt you to run in there. But I tell you, he's got Gaspard off his left hip all the time, and you got to handle those two linebackers to run on this Texas team.
4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Alabama in the Wishbone. Davis out into the flat, complete across the 25-yard line. Randy Braban up to make the tackle. Joe LeBeau took it.
If I had to guess with coaches and their strategies right now, Bear Bryant realizes this is a crucial offensive series. The gang tackling by that defensive Texas ball club will also fire up the offense that's waiting to get the ball back.
3rd and 3 for the tie. Give it to Jackson, and he was trying to get to the sticks. Looked to be a little short. Braban and English made the stop. He had to get to the stripe, and he did. It's a first down. As it spotted it squarely on the stripe. That's all he had to do was get there. So he started on the 20 after the touchback.
Jackson,
first and 10.
Jackson got a lot of that on his own then, because he was barely to that line. He must have surged forward.
Davis puts it up long. And it is Wheeler. Wheeler took it at the 30-yard line. The leading pass receiver for Alabama.
Lindsey had 7 touchdown catches during the year. He's going to be around for a while. He's a junior. A good fake and a tremendous throw by Terry Davis under a good rush. Well, that's a superb catch, too.
So it went from 30 to 30 on that pass play. Now Alabama at the Texas 30-yard line. Terry Davis, no gain. 2nd and 10. There is Mike Campbell giving the defensive signal now to the Texas Longhorns. Mike Campbell, who heads the defense. Around Texas, they call him half a head coach. Darrell Royal says, I don't even look in that direction.
He actually calls them like a man in the third base coaching box in baseball, doesn't he, Lindsey?
Yes, he does. And what you try to do is try to steal the signals, just like you do in baseball. 2nd and 10. Texas has been able to do that to other teams on occasion, notably Navy in the Cotton Bowl. He's dropped at the 40. Doug English dropping Terry Davis back at the 40-yard line.
All right, take a look at the defense. You're going to see some blitzing and moving around. They try to blitz one linebacker. That would be Braban. And actually, the stunning, I think, gave those tackles good maneuverability because they put a big rush on Terry as he looks for somebody that might have been covered anyway. There's English, the sophomore defensive tackle.
So now it is 3rd down and 20 yards to go for the Crimson Tide. 1 minute, 48 seconds in the third quarter remaining. The ball is at the Texas 40. Done. And intercepted. It is taken by Melanson. Melanson returned it to the 50-yard line. Dexter Wood had it on his fingertip. Then came the interception. The ball is at midfield.
Let's take a look at this. The ball is perfectly thrown. It goes through the hands of Dexter Wood, and Melanson comes out with it. And again, the Longhorns really rally.
With the score, Alabama 13, Texas 10. Let's pause for a moment. He had the knee in the first half. He's back. interception by Melanson gives Texas the ball, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Lowry's the quarterback. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Texas trails by 3. Lowry. He got 4 yards to the 46 at 2nd and 6. Mike Washington from Montgomery, Alabama met him, along with Wayne Hall from Huntsville.
Boy, the good fake to Leaks actually set up the play, and Lowry really stuck that ball in. It looked like Roosevelt Leaks had it.
Rick Davis comes in there now for Texas. Whittier and Davis, a double tight end alignment for the Texas Longhorns. It's Alabama 13, Texas 10. Lowry again with the pitch to Landry to the 40. Landry has the first down at the 35-yard line. Wayne Hall made the stop.
Let's take a look at the ball handling of Lowry, the quarterback. Again, the fake to a fullback that already has over 100 yards. And the quick pitch out. He's being forced early there. That's Mitchell. He went around. And Landry is an unsung hero. He beat the Aggies almost by himself.
1st and 10 at the 35. Roosevelt Leaks. Picked up 2 or 3. Darrell Royal.
Wouldn't you think he'd be nervous? Doesn't look like he was excited at all.
And Bear Bryant. 2 great coaches with a great deal of pride, and each one wants this ball game because neither has been winning lately in bowl games. 2nd down and 8. Inside the 33, 9 seconds left in the quarter. Landry struggled to the 30, but it's going to be 3rd down and 5 yards to go, and time has run out in this period. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 13, Texas 10. We now pause for station identification.
Mitchell's not in there. That's Croyle and Lusk. Yes. You're going to have a wide side to the right. Let's see.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Got a third down and
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Yeah, he's got to go to the right side.
Was he?
Yeah, let's see.
I bet he was, yeah.
Yeah, give me Sizemore, will you? Big offensive right tackle. That's a long 4. That's 5 yards turned in.
Yeah, 35. Right, thank you. We have 1 quarter to go here in the Cotton Bowl game on New Year's Day in Dallas, Texas. The Crimson Tide of Alabama has led all the way. But keep in mind, Texas has scored more points in the fourth quarter than any other period. They're trailing by 3. It's 3rd and 5 at the Alabama 30. Tom Lusk is in there defensively at end now for Alabama. Lowry keeps and pitches late to Landry. Landry is out of bounds at about the 33. Mike Dubois has made the stop along with Tyrone King.
It's going to be short. Now there's going to be a decision, of course, whether to go for perhaps the first down and get a drive going to go ahead, or try to get 3 points and tie the ball game up. Let's see what Coach Royal has decided.
It is 4th down and a yard to go. He trails by 3. The play has been sent in, and they're up in the wishbone to go for it. Alabama digging the defense in. Roosevelt. Now all he had to do was get just across that line. Did he make it? That's the question. Just short of the line, really.
Well, Raines made a good tackle. He really penetrated number 91. And if he did, he made it by inches.
He didn't. The ball goes over. The ball goes over. He had to get just across, and he ended up, as you see, with the point of the ball on the line. It goes over 1st and 10 as the Longhorns of Texas gambled and lost. Alabama gets it on the 25-yard line.
Mike Raines, by the way, his nickname is Hook. I don't know how he got that. He was a pretty good southpaw pitcher, but he's a 245-pounder, 6'6".
They were saying that Lusk was in defensive for Alabama on the last drive from Clarksville, Tennessee. Had to be recruited by the trainer, Jim Goosetree. Used to coach at Clarksville High School. Crimson Tide gives the ball to Bichelia. He moves it up to the 30-yard line. Rayban and Gaspard, the two fine linebackers for Texas, made the stop. It's 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
About that 4th and about a foot.
Gave it to a man who had already gained over 100 yards, and the Alabama defense took the ball. This time Jackson. And Gaspard. Bear Bryant.
The Bear cannot believe what he's seen, right?
The Bear came out of the Navy after World War II. His first head coaching job was at the University of Maryland. The late George Preston Marshall was instrumental in obtaining that assignment for him. 3rd down. Incomplete. Intended for Dexter Wood. So it is 4th down now.
And Gaspard really, he did a fire job from the linebacking position, and Davis ended up going down.
Steve Wade will go into deep punt formation now for Alabama. Texas wants that ball back, and they drop Jim Moore, 13, back to receive it. Alabama leads 13-10 with 13 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in this Cotton Bowl game. Moore moves over. No fair catch signal. He moves it to the 40, 45, and to the 47-yard line. Stopped by Wilbur Jackson. It's 1st and 10. With the score, Alabama 13, Texas 10. Let's pause for a moment. Good.
Give me a T!
It's 1st and 10 now for Texas. They have the ball at their own 47-yard line. Alan Lowry, the quarterback. He just handed it squarely to Roosevelt Leak. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball to go. Randy Hall made the stop. It's at the 46-yard line. Darrell Royal sending in the next play.
I noticed the offensive left guard, Crossland, for Texas, pulled like he was going to the left, and I have a feeling maybe the Alabama defense is reading this, and there was a wide open hole left there.
2nd down and 3 yards to go. This time it's to Landry. Chuck Strickland met him as he crossed the 45 to the 44. We're picking up great shots here of Darrell Royal and Bear Bryant. Between them, they've won 372 football games. They're the only two coaches ever honored twice by the American Football Coaches Association. And in their combined 47 years of coaching, they have taken teams to bowl games 32 times. 3rd down and a yard to go. Roosevelt Leak for the 1st down for the Texas Longhorns. John Mitchell made the stop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I give Bill Wyman, the offensive center, a heck of a vote of confidence. He's come back from that bruised knee or a strained knee, and he's done a great job snapping the ball and against some very, very big, tough people.
Alabama 13, Texas 10. Doug Faust is in there now defensively for Alabama. Roosevelt leaks for 2 to the 38. 2nd and 8 at the 38. John Croyle back in action after having a knee injury in the first half, made the stop. The next play has been sent in by Darrell Royal.
We can almost start to watch the clock a little bit now. 11:51, under 12 minutes. Both teams can consume a lot of time, but right now Texas wants points. They trail by 3.
They've got Moore way out to the left side now. Give it to the left halfback, Donald Ely, the senior from Austin, and Chuck Strickland made the stop.
Let's take a look now at Bill Wyman. Notice the Alabama team adjusting almost on the ball. Wyman goes through and just seals off. Good job by Strickland, though. This was just a counter play, and they read it beautifully.
3rd down and 6 yards to go for Texas at the Alabama 36. Ely is wide left, along with Kelly. So they give it to Roosevelt Leaf. He dives across the 35 up to about the 33. John Croyle made the stop. So now another 4th down situation. And this time trailing by 3 points, Mike Dean is coming on. Now keep in mind, Texas is kicking into the wind. Alabama hung one up there just before the end of the first half. Got it through.
This might be a crosswind blowing from right to left.
It is a 50-yard attempt. A 50-yarder. That is a long way. It is wide. It is no good. Wide to the right side. Touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20. And Royal is disappointed. With the score, Alabama 13, Texas 10. Let's pause for a moment.
Did you see where he started that thing out? He kicked that thing over here. I didn't think it was ever going to come back. Had to with that. It's a funny wind down there, though, you know?
Very
gives you a little of this. Gives you a little of this stuff.
Right. Right.
How much rushing yardage does Alabama have?
With 10 minutes, 29 seconds remaining to be played in the 1973 Cotton Bowl game, it's Alabama 13, Texas 10. Alabama has the ball, 1st down and 10 yards to go. At the 19. Well, at the 20. Quarterback takes it out of bounds. Terry Davis to the 29, where it's going to be 2nd and 1. Sherman Lee, a sophomore from Fort Worth, made the stop.
Tell you, the offensive right side of that Alabama line did a great job. Buddy Brown, the 248-pounder, and Hannah at about 268, really did seal things off beautifully. They really came off their mark. The Crimson Tide has only rushed for about 88 yards so far.
2nd down and a yard to go. Michelia, the fullback, gets the 1st down. It's at the 33. Randy Brabant made the tackle. Paul Bear Bryant. His Crimson Tide supporters have gotten a little touchy over the fact that Alabama has not won a bowl game since 1966. And Darrell Royal supporters are not that much concerned, but they haven't won one in the last 2 years. Their last victory was over Notre Dame in the first of 2 meetings here at the Cotton Bowl between the 2 teams. And it is complete. Dexter Wood to the 46-yard line. Melanson made the tackle.
I tell you, on this isolated replay now, watch this pattern by Dexter Wood. Remember, this is a tough thing to throw, and Terry Davis can really put it right on the numbers. The quick slant.
1st and 10, Alabama in Texas territory at the 46. Alabama's leading 13-10. Michelia got inside the 45 before Doug English made the stop. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And up front for Alabama, by the way, at left guard is Greg Montgomery, number 63, and he's a freshman. I don't know if you can imagine a freshman, only 1 year out of high school, number 63 in there, playing with the big boys and doing a heck of a job. That's where they've been picking up the first down yardage.
Number 54 there, the Alabama center, is Jim Croft, 3 times National Collegiate Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Pitch to Jackson, trailing, 40-yard line. Jackson to the 36. Jay Arnold from Liberty, Texas, made the stop.
Of course, you realize that clock is ticking away now, a little less than 8.5 minutes. And of course, this all goes in favor of the Crimson Tide because they do lead 13-10, if that's any kind of a lead in a game like this.
3rd down and less than a yard to go as you watch Terry Davis from Bogalusa, Louisiana, in to make the next call. 8 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in this game. Alabama leading Texas 13-10. Well, this time the young man from Bogalusa keeps it himself. Randy Brabant made the stop, but it's a 1st down, Alabama. Terry Davis had a great hand in Alabama's victory over LSU this year. State University from his home state. It was 35-21. And the Crimson Tide went to the air in that ball game. 1st and 10 at the 34.
You might recall his run against Tennessee also won that football game for Alabama.
In the closing moments, he ran the option play, kept it in for the winning touchdown against Tennessee. Davis going long. Scramble is on, and it is an interception by Melanson. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Intended for Wheeler. Melanson's 2nd interception.
Well, here's the long receiver. Not a bad place to call it. Actually, Terry Davis did not throw this ball very well. The ball is hanging. A very fine play by number 19.
With the score, Alabama 13 and Texas 10. Let's pause for a moment. Right. Right. Hang it up there. Yes, sir.
It'll take him 4 or 5 minutes to get there.
What year was it that they beat Arkansas? Seven minutes, 42 seconds left to play in the Cotton Bowl game. Alabama 13, Texas 10. Texas has it 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line, 80 yards away from the Alabama goal. Pitch and now reverse. Jim Moore coming back, tries to turn the corner, breaks a jersey tackle, and finally picks up a yard. John Croyle brought him down.
I tell you, Hall made a great play, the linebacker. If he hadn't gotten a piece of the jersey of Jimmy Moore. Look at this now, the split receiver coming back. The toss looks like it's going to Ely, and it goes to Jim Moore. Now watch this play by it's number 83 that makes the play.
Croyle.
Croyle gets part of his jersey, and now Hall gets part of the ball carrier, Moore.
2nd and 9. Keep in mind, back in 1969, the Longhorns went way, way, way up the field against Arkansas to pull a ball game out 15-14. Faced with a problem now of going to the air, complete. Pat Kelly wide open at the 40-yard line. Texas 1st and 10 at the Texas 40. Mike Washington made the stop.
Kelly runs a real good out pattern. This time Lowry gets excellent protection. Now watch how he stepped up, and he really zipped this one. Kelly has Washington backed off about 5 yards.
Texas was 80 yards away from the goal line of Alabama. They are now 60 yards away. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the game. Alabama leads by 3. Roosevelt leaks. The sophomore fullback is stopped by John Mitchell. Mitchell made some All-American selections. Now Darrell Royal sending in the next play. Royal was in the Air Force in World War II, and then after that came on to be an All-American quarterback at Oklahoma. It's second down and 8 yards to go. 6 minutes, 5 seconds. That's the play on the game. Alan Lowry running the attack for Texas. Throws back and complete. Taken by Julius Whittier. Whittier, the tight end. And he took it into Alabama territory at the 42-yard line. Lanny Norris made the stop. He's from Russellville, Alabama. Now Royal choosing his next play to send in by Jim Morse.
Lowry's only touchdown pass of the year came to Whittier, whom he found at a very crucial time once again.
First and 10 Texas at the Alabama 42-yard line. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left to play in this game. Now Lowry still has it after faking the leaks, and he gets to the 40 for 2, second and 8. Mike Dubose and Mike Raines made the stop. Things are getting a little excited along the Texas sideline. And meanwhile, on the opposite side of the field, the Bear looks on.
Well, fumbles haven't played an important part, but interceptions have. Davis has been picked off twice in this second half.
Double tight end alignment now for Texas. And it's Donald Ely. And he is inside the 35. Mike Dubose made the stop. At the 34-yard line, it's going to be 3rd and 2. Now here comes Rick Davison. He's a junior from Houston, Texas.
A lot of operating room to the left of the viewer's screen. In fact, almost 3/4 the width of the playing field.
3rd and 2 at the Alabama 34 for Texas. Lowry keeps. He has the first down. Across the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Alan Lowry. The Longhorns lead for the first time today.
A 34-yard sprint, almost a naked as he kept it and came out on 3rd down and 2. Here it is. 2 good fakes. And Lowry really makes a run. Watch how close he comes on that sideline. In fact, he looked like he almost stepped out on the sideline.
A conversion attempt coming. Billy Schott will attempt. He hasn't missed one all year. Schott puts it up, and it's good. The score is Texas 17, Alabama 13. We'll be back with the Texas kickoff in just a moment.
Tony, we've got to show that replay again. He steps all over that line. We've got to show it. We've got to show that coming down the line. He stepped right on the line at about the 12-yard line, 10-yard line. Take a look at it and see what you say. We've got to show it, baby. If it's there, we've got to show it.
Okay, this will be Mike Dean, right.
Okay. All right. Did Alan Lowry step out of bounds and get away with it or not? Let's see it. Move just ahead.
Mike Dean puts it up. LeBoux fumbles it at the 4-yard line. Gives it to Jackson. I beg your pardon. It is returned by Sharpless, the fastest man on the squad. Faked to Jackson. It's at the 10-yard line. Jerry Yeoman made the stop. For action and excitement later this week, see Steve McQueen in the Sand Pebbles. It's a story that takes place in war-torn China and centers on an American gunboat caught in the raging turmoil. The Sand Pebbles, shown in 2 parts on the CBS Thursday and Friday night movies this week. The Crimson Tide 90 yards away from the Texas goal line at their 10. Terry Davis is the quarterback. Davis runs the option. Now the pitch. And it is moved up to the 19, perhaps the 20 by Joe LeBeau. It's going to be spotted at the 19-yard line. Bruce Cannon and Glenn Gaspard made the tackle. Second down and 1 yard to go for the Crimson Tide.
Gaspard, the big linebacker, is hurt. It looks like that right arm. Actually, the Longhorns played that option to the outside fairly well. It was just a good run by LeBeau, and he got in there in a hurry.
Rick Finlaw replaces him. He is a freshman from Amarillo. Bear Bryant trying to figure some way now to move the Crimson Tide upfield. They have 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining to be played in this ball game. Texas 17, Alabama 13. Michelia, the fullback, gets the first down at the 22. Randy Braban and Doug English made the stop. First and 10 for the Tide at the 22.
We might keep in mind, too, that the passing game really has hurt the Alabama offense, and with only 3.5 minutes, they may have to turn to it.
Each of these teams has been able to pull out big victories late during the course of this season. A little mix-up on the handoff at the pitch to Jackson, and he gets across to the 27 before Bruce Cannon stops him. Gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Against Tennessee, Alabama scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of play to win it. Texas has come through as they did so often in the season here in the fourth quarter. This is the first time Texas has led all day. 2nd and 5 for Alabama in the Wishbone. Davis out into the flat to Jackson. Jackson to the 40, 45, and Jackson is at the 48-yard line. Cannon and Melanson forced him out. 2:44 on the clock. The time remaining to be played in a fantastic Cotton Bowl game in Dallas.
That was the secondary receiver. A big rush then by Texas, by big Doug English, forced Terry Davis to look around, and he found Jackson, which is not a bad direction to look.
It's Texas 17, Alabama 13. 2:44 to play. First and 10 for the Tide at the 48-yard line. Terry Davis throws just as he was hit by Glenn Gaspard, who had come back in there. Gaspard got a hand on him. The crowd thinks intentional grounding, but he threw it upfield. Now Bryant.
Texas really gambled that time, Lindsey. Watched both linebackers blitz. 55 and Gaspard. Now here comes Gaspard, and you know he's a one-track fellow when he comes to going after quarterbacks and other people. He was throwing the ball, a legitimate toss.
2nd and 10. Now the option play to Jackson. Here comes Jackson across the 50 into the 45-yard line. Sherman Lee made the stop. It's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. Bryant, a great end at Alabama during his playing days, teamed up with Don Hudson on a great Rose Bowl team after the 35 season.
And remember, a field goal will not help. They trail by 4.
Got to go all the way. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left to play. Looking for first down yardage, and he may have picked it up. Michelia, Randy Braban, and Lee made the stop. They're going to be very careful where that ball is spotted. Darrell Royal took a look at the clock, as you saw. The clock is a big factor.
Now, Alabama has only taken 1 timeout, Lindsey, so they have a few left. They just took 1 there, I believe.
They're going to measure for the possible first down. 1 minute, 49 seconds left to play. Texas 17, Alabama 13.
Well, a measurement timeout might give them a chance to get a little information into Terry Davis about the rest of this drive. Should they're going to be short about a foot.
Short about the length of the ball. 4th down coming. Alabama has to go. They have to try to pick up the first down here about the length of the ball. Terry Davis has just been over there, and he's come back to the huddle now during the measurement. Darrell Royal.
Do you go to John Hanna's side and Brook?
All you need is a foot. Jackson did not get it. He did not get it. Randy Braban and there's jubilation on the face of Darrell Royal. Randy Braban. The ball goes over with 1 minute, 36 seconds to play. It is at the 44-yard line.
Here's the play. Grayvan penetrate all the way. They were in short yardage defense. He's made about 12 tackles, and that's got to be the most important one.
So now with 1:36 on the clock, the Texans have a 4-point lead, and they have the football at their own 44-yard line. Alan Lowry. Lowry keeps it, and he gets to the 50-yard line. It's going to be second down. 4 yards to go. And now a timeout by Alabama to stop the clock. With the score, Texas 17, Alabama 13. Let's pause for a moment. Tony? This is Lindsay. Do you want to work any of these credits and thank yous in, or do you want to wait till after it's over? Okay.
Tony, can we, when we get through with this game, do you want to replay that thing one more time? The 34-yard touchdown run? Okay. Because that's the game.
No, I don't. No, that's it. Oh, you mean the billboard? Billboard, yeah, I got billboard copy. Keep it and give it to me at the same time. That's billboard copy. Texas 17, Alabama 13. 1 minute, 23 seconds left to play. This is Lindsey Nelson with Tom Brookshire and Frank Lever at the Cotton Bowl. 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line for the Longhorns. This is Tom Landry, and he gets across to the 45-yard line. Looking for first down yardage, and it is a first down. We want to offer our thanks, of course, to the Cotton Bowl Athletic Association, Chairman of the Board Ken Dowell, President Field Scoville, Secretary-Treasurer Howard Grubbs, Executive Director Wilbur Evans, Director of Pageantry Harry Barton, Director of Information Bill Morgan, and Director of Press Reception Arnold Hayes, to Athletic Director and Head Coach Darrell Royal and his staff at the University of Texas, Sports Information Director Jones Ramsey, to Athletic Director and Head Coach Bay O'Brien and his staff at the University of Alabama, and Sports Information Director Charlie Thornton. You saw the time, 1:15.
Well, let's take a look at the play of the day, the 34-yard dash by Alan Lowry. This happened just a few moments ago, but this is the play. Let's take a look at it and just watch the stripe and watch that left foot. Lowry. Close. Still close. Awfully close. The official did not have a great position, but the touchdown counted, and that's the one.
If he touched it at any point, he's out of bounds. He does not have to cross the stripe if he made contact at any point. Lowry, he's gone again. There goes Lowry. Cut off inside the 15-yard line. Lanny Norris, Mike Washington closed the gap on him, and it's going to be at the 11-yard line.
Remember now, Alabama is gambling, trying to gang the line of scrimmage, and this time, I'll tell you one thing, Lowry is not out of bounds. Number 15 is hightailing it.
Bear Bryant. Darrell Royal. Two of the great coaches in the history of collegiate football, and what a battle they've had here this afternoon. 50 seconds left to play in the game. 1st and 10 for Texas at the Alabama 11-yard line. Lowry got to the 10. Keep in mind, he was a defensive back last year. Wayne Hall and Chuck Strickland made the tackle. He was a Wishbone quarterback in high school. Alabama stops the clock. 35 seconds remain to be played. 2nd down and 9 yards to go at the 10.
You know what he's done, Lindsey, is pick up 113 yards, withstanding that last play, on 12 carries, and he came back from a first half where he threw 2 interceptions. A tremendous job by Alan Lowry.
I think, Tom, that the Crimson Tide has used up its last timeout. You see Darrell Royal there, sending his quarterback, Alan Lowry, back on, the senior from Irving, Texas. Ball is marked ready for play. Lowry. Well, he loses a yard and a half. It's going to be 3rd and about 10. The clock is running now with 25 seconds left. Texas leading by a score of 17-13 after Alabama led for the first 3 quarters. Royal is a happy man along the sideline.
Looks like the horns have hooked them.
Counting it off here at the Cotton Bowl. They will not run another play. Royal's going to be up there on their shoulders. There he goes, and he's a happy man. This ball game is over. Darrell Royal being given a ride out there. Texas has won it by a final score of 17-13. A happy bunch of Longhorns who in the last 2 years lost Bear Bryant. Here is Bear Bryant out to meet Darrell Royal, and now Royal, having had the quick handshake, on his way to the dressing room. He had lost consecutive Cotton Bowl games to Penn State and Notre Dame, but he is back in the win column. Royal thought that this Texas team was better prepared to play in a bowl game than the one last year, and they came right up to the peak in the 4th quarter of the final game of the season.
You know something, though? We ought to say that Alabama gave it every shot. I've never seen a coach, including Bear Bryant, come into a game and throw it all. He threw flea flickers. He tried every play you could try in football and just came up short. Lowry did a tremendous job for Darrell Royal.
Once again, from all of us at CBS Television Sports and from all of us at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, a very happy new year. This is Lindsey Nelson speaking for Tom Brookshire and Frank Lieber, saying goodbye from the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. The Cotton Bowl was sponsored by Texaco and the many thousands of independent Texaco retailers and distributors in all 50 states, and by Goodyear, makers of the new custom Steel Guard radial tire, and by McDonald's. You deserve a break today, so get up and get away to McDonald's. And by the 1973 Buick. Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? The Cotton Bowl Classic was produced by CBS Television Sports.